Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do the best K-pop albums of 2023. I did not think I was even going to be able to make this video because I wouldn't say I'm completely detached from K-pop, but we've been at a distance lately. Like, the girls just aren't doing their big one this year. Like, at least with 2020, 2021, 2022, there were some dookie songs, probably worse than the songs they released this year, right? Very low lows, but their highs were so high to the point where it was industry changing. It was a moment, right? This year, it's just been characterized by underwhelming music. I've always just left projects wanting more, or I just left projects knowing that I would never return to them because I never felt the need to. And one of those albums actually ended up making it on this list. So my main gripes with this album was that I felt that it was constrained. And this is typical of many K-pop releases that target Western audiences. For some reason, they just strip all of the elements that make K-pop amazing and give you the most boring basic thing ever, right? But when it's Jihyo specifically, to my dismay, the main vocalist of Twice, right? She's in charge of shouting and yelling all over the track. Jennifer Hudson Jaw, sure, right? But not on her solo. Like, she's very loud and in your face, you know? That's what you typically go into a Twice song expecting. But then this album wasn't that. And it was really disappointing, honestly, at first, because again, it just felt like they were holding back so much and they weren't trying to play to her strengths. Like, she was still able to display that she's a vocalist for sure, but I don't know, I just felt like they could have done more, because it's not just the vocals that were lacking, it was a lack of energy throughout the project, which I understand because they went with a more sexy and sensual approach, and that just kind of is a recipe for something laid back. But I still think you could throw in a punch there, like Boa does that well, still from Boa, you know? Anyway, and then on top of that, the songs were so short that you really didn't even get the opportunity to hit hard. Producing music does take skill, but when it comes to short songs, I think it takes a considerable amount of skill in order to fit everything within that short time frame without leaving the listener wanting more, without making it feel empty and incomplete. And that's just kind of what this project was to me. But looking past that, this was a solid project. Like, they had a strong concept that they were able to convey and maintain throughout all of its tracks. It's very cohesive. The production is great. It might be geared to radios that aren't going to play Jihyo songs or Twice's songs, but it's still good, you know? I did leave the album wanting more, but again, there were good aspects of it, especially with Jihyo. Jihyo was really confident. You could hear it. Like, she was showing you that she got a little something there. So overall, I would say that this was a good album. Promise will just always be a standout group to me, and I'm so excited that with Unlock My World specifically, I feel like they've kind of achieved a new height. And I think K-pop stans who either weren't familiar with them or like really weren't checking for them like that have a newfound respect for them, and I just love that for them, because not only are they amazingly talented, they've got strong vocalists, no annoying rappers, thank God. Every single one of them are great performers, and they've got great dancers, right? And their sound and identity has just always been fun and unique to me, and strong as well. They developed a signature sound, crafting their own lane, and they haven't merged or switched since. I think they've just evolved. And their first full album, Unlock My World, is a great display of that identity, but also their ability to grow and evolve. Now, as for the title track, y'all know I don't have nice things to say about it. Let me tell you, the other day there was a tweet, I don't know what it was about, but somebody embedded Me Now into it, and I didn't realize what it was. I just clicked on the video and I heard it and I was like, ew, what is this? Until I heard them. I am so sorry, promise, I never said nothing bad about you. Anyway, Other than that though, like the album itself, it's a very consistent and cohesive album with tracks that work so well together. It's not just a collection of songs, but an actual body of work that honestly deserved better from their company. Like there's no reason why we just simply focused on Attitude when it's honestly, be for real, not even the best B-side on there. Like, and you know, it was honestly worth the wait. I didn't think they would be coming back at all this year. But I will say it's alarming that this album, a full-length album, wasn't promoted as well compared to their mini albums. Like look at My Little Society, all the little track videos they had for that. Where was that for any of the songs on here? They couldn't even make TikToks to My Night Routine and have that go viral as a song on TikTok. Like there were so many things they could have done, but they didn't. Put Me in the Rooms, please, 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 I'll get a million sales, please, please, please. But yeah, the tracks are a great blend of electro pop and R&B, and again, they play with current trends and sound, but have this fresh and unique approach with it as well. The mid 2010s electro pop of Attitude, the two-step with Prom Night, like who else could give you such a range like that? Listen, y'all are so weird. Like, let's just admit we have hate boners for them. Because, again, y'all talk about me. But I think it's time we looked within. Like, go look in the mirror and address your hate for Lusamble. See, when I hate, I do it in a fun, girly, silly little way. Like, it's just jokes. It's just jokes to me. But y'all, I think y'all have, like, this obsession with them. Because every time somebody talks about Lusamble, it's like y'all are trying to humble these girls, tear them down, lie on their name, and for what reason the world will never know. Like I don't get it, and I feel like that has only fueled such a love for this album. I already liked it on the first listen, but over time, just seeing how hateful they make y'all, it's just like, yeah, they're the one. This is the one. Since its release, I have only gushed and gushed and gushed about my love for this album. Let me tell you why. Here's the thing. Lusamble did something crazy. They took you back to the basics. I don't know what's going on in the K-pop industry, but everyone's doing too much and they're not doing it well, right? Lusamble said, we don't need a gimmick. We don't need to take silly risks. We're just gonna go back to the basics and release great pop music. And that's what they did. They crafted an album that echoes that of the early Luna sound, but it's refined and tweaked enough to create their own sound and stand out within the current K-pop scene. I'll be the one to say it. Overall, the album was very consistent, but never monotonous as well. Like, it's tied together by lush production, dreamy soundscapes, and soft vocals. This is what y'all like. This is the Luna song y'all like, but again, just updated. So what's the issue here? Real World was crazy to me. Newtopia is so fun and upbeat and catchy. Like, how can you not smile? Day by Day only grew on me. Sensitive, I could get if you're like, oh, that's kind of boring, but again, do y'all look at your playlist? It fits right in. Strawberry Soda just gets better with each listen, and you know what, I'll give it to Coloring. It's a cute song. Overall, I think y'all are just mad that like Luna is still alive and thriving at this point. Yeah, that's what it gives. Love All by Jo Yuri shows that it's never too late to make good music, Itzy. Her resilience shows that you can always come back from the bottom, Everglow. Being able to release an amazing project after your last two were just very uneventful and nobody cared about it, it just shows that the only way to go is up. Secret Number. And I really just love that she showed that there's still hope, XG. Now, here's the thing. Is this the greatest album ever? No. Does it reinvent the wheel? No, but it doesn't need to nor have to. Like, while it is simple, bordering generic, I wouldn't even say that, to be honest with you. Like, I think these songs are amazing, but I understand why some people say that. There's still something charming about these songs to me. Like, it's a perfect fit for your playlist. All of them, literally. She just makes it work, whether it's the electro pop of Bitter Taste or the early 2000s R&B vibe from Hang On. She just does it and does it well. Like, there was no limit to what she could do. And I feel like a large part of that is her voice, which is just like honey. I love the light and airiness of it, but it's also like kind of husky, I guess. I don't know, there's like maturity to it. Like, she just eats. I do wish the album was a bit more cohesive, or at least had more tracks to it to where you can like kind of have a better flow between each song. Other than that, still a great album to me. Like, you're mad. 6 years later, and Odd Eye Circle is back like they never left. They did not miss a beat, even though Madhouse wants to piss you off. Because despite a rushed release that is characterized by poor mixing, restraint, and ridiculously short songs, they still managed to deliver a solid mini album that makes you reach for that replay button. Although it took a minute for the songs to get a good grasp on me, the songs are incredibly fun with infectious melodies and great production. What Version Up does is remind us of their musical identity without relying too much on that nostalgia factor. They're providing a fresh twist on the greatness that is Odd Eye Circle with boundary pushing tracks that defy expectations, and again, they're able to maintain that signature sound all the while trying new sounds and styles that are taking over K-pop currently, but in a way that's also very fresh and new. Like, who else could put out something like Air Force One other than Odd Eye Circle themselves? Which again, even though the mixing just pisses me off with every listen, I don't know, you gotta be in the mood to get it, you know? For me, the highlights were Love Me Like and My Secret Playlist. I love how My Secret Playlist just goes out of nowhere and incorporates bossa nova into it. So much fun. And Love Me Like is the perfect early 2000s new disco type of track. Like, oh my god, I love it so much. I do wish these tracks had more punch to them, which I feel like would have been afforded had the songs actually been longer, because there's really only so much you can do with 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Other than that, this is a great project, especially given the circumstances. Perfume is the perfect title for this album. It's a carefully crafted fragrance with melodies that linger in the air, full harmonies that are lush, production that's nothing short of luxurious. Bitch, like, wow. It's a perfume that you just keep inhaling like poppers, you know? And with this perfect scent comes an exciting exploration of R&B music, which keeps you engaged from start to finish. You could say this album makes you want to do it till the room stinks, but I don't even think that would be possible. Like, let's be for real. The songs are a surprise, not only for NCT, but for boy groups as a whole. And you can even take it a step further and say within the girl group sides of things as well. The girls just aren't doing R&B like this. Again, the record is very consistent, and the album actually maintains the theme and mood of its title track. The chest thumping beat of Kiss, the textured synths on Dive, Strawberry Sunday's bouncy energetic bass, the non-annoying guitar plucks on Can We Go Back, and Ordinary as Ordinary. But don't sleep on the keys on that song. Like, wait, there was something there. It was something there for sure. Whatever it is, it's just so I love it. Sensual, beautiful, sexy. Like, give it to a girl group next time. Anyway, this is the perfect album from start to finish. Y'all know I like to play about Ordinary being boring, but if you're in the mood, you're in the mood and you'll get it. The only thing that is missing here, I will say, is that, you know, you look at NCT as this very experimental group, and that aspect is missing here. They do play it safe while exploring different sides of R&B, which I can appreciate, but I would have loved to see something experimental. Again, higher Sumin. By 4th gen K-pop standards, the first album from IVE came a bit early, like literally less than 2 years in their career. Meanwhile, ITZY did get theirs like 2 years into their career as well, but that was like 8 new tracks and then 8 instrumentals. That doesn't count as a full album. aespa ain't never getting theirs. Nobody knew Idol even had a full album. Like, and then Promise, it took 5 years? Like, this is kind of crazy. So 2 years from a group that I wouldn't even really say is known for making like music, it's kind of crazy to me. And with it coming so early, it's kind of for better or for worse, but I would still say it's a great effort from I've Got No Singers in my group, you know? The album embraces the variety of sounds and genres to the point where it feels like the songs are just thrown together rather than it being a complete body of work. And what that does is make room for a few missteps and fillers throughout the album. But I still think it provides you with an enjoyable listening experience, especially compared to the dog doo-doo of 2023. There's a little bit of everything here, and you would walk away with at least 3 songs that you liked and at least 2 songs where you're like, okay, you could have kept it. Kish, come up to the front, baby. I'm talking about you. And to the point about this album coming early, the thing with IVE is that they have created their own lane and remain consistent with it in regards to like their visual identity, I guess. They're very chic and elegant and youthful, but the music just it's so all over the place. So I wish they would have properly developed or found a signature sound before releasing something career defining like a first full-length album. But that's just not IVE's thing. Like, I've accepted that they're just pop girlies. Nobody's going to IVE for that, you know. Anyway, that's all. I hope you enjoyed watching. See you in the next one.